Oda didn't just plan the final saga of One Piece, he planned it 900 years ago. Because the final saga of One Piece isn't just the end of Luffy's journey, it's the second round of a war that already happened nearly 1,000 years ago. The Void Century wasn't just erased from history. And the craziest part? Luffy isn't just inheriting Joyboy's will. He's walking the exact same path, same allies, same enemies, same weapons. And right now, Oda is finally revealing the truth piece by piece. So today we're breaking down the hidden history of One Piece that Oda is exposing right now, and why it proves the final war has already begun. And if you enjoy deep dives like this into the biggest mysteries of anime, make sure you subscribe to Greater Arcs, because as Oda keeps revealing the truth about the Void Century, we're going to break down every new clue right here. For over 20 years, the Void Century has been the single biggest mystery in One Piece. A 100-year hole in the timeline, scrubbed from every record, a piece of history so dangerous that simply asking about it can get you erased by the world government. But here's the crazy part. What if Oda hasn't been hiding the Void Century from us at all? What if he's been showing it to us, slowly, this entire time? Because when you look at the final saga closely, something incredible starts to appear. The war we're heading toward isn't just a new conflict. It's a remake of the war that happened 900 years ago. The same factions, the same weapons, the same dream of freedom fighting against control. The game board has reset, the pieces are moving again, and this time, the fate of the entire world is on the line. But to understand how history is repeating itself, we first have to go back to the war the world government tried to erase. About 900 years ago, the world looked completely different. Instead of the scattered islands we know today, there was once a massive and powerful civilization known only as the Great Kingdom. And this wasn't just some normal empire. According to Vegapunk's research on Egghead, the Great Kingdom possessed technology so advanced that even modern scientists can barely understand it. We're talking about ancient robots, energy systems that seem almost limitless, technology that may have been more advanced than the current world. And at the center of that civilization was a man named Joyboy. Vegapunk confirmed it. Joyboy lived 900 years ago. He had a body that could stretch and fight with absolute freedom, just like the sun god Nika. And most importantly, he was the first pirate in history. Joyboy represented something dangerous: freedom, unity, a world where people of different races could live together. Fishmen, giants, minks, humans, all sharing the same world. But that dream terrified the rulers of the time, because Joyboy's ideology threatened the power of the kings who controlled the world. So 20 kingdoms formed an alliance, and together, they declared war on the Great Kingdom. This wasn't just a war of territory, it was a war of ideology. Freedom versus control, unity versus hierarchy. And the battle that followed was catastrophic. Vegapunk revealed something that changed everything. The war was fought using the ancient weapons. Weapons so powerful they reshaped the planet itself. Sea levels rose by nearly 200 meters. Entire continents disappeared beneath the ocean. The world literally sank. And in the end, Joyboy lost. The Great Kingdom was destroyed. And the 20 victorious kings formed the organization we know today as the world government. But they didn't just win the war. They erased it. They destroyed every record, outlawed the ancient language, and made the very name of their enemy a secret punishable by death. Only one thing survived: the poneglyphs, indestructible stones carved by the Kazuki clan, messages left behind by the losing side, a backup of the truth, waiting for someone in the future to uncover it. And that future might finally be here. Because when you look at the present world, the parallels become impossible to ignore. Fast forward 800 years, the world is falling into chaos once again, and right in the center of it all is a kid wearing a straw hat. But this isn't random. Oda is showing us the Void Century all over again, just with new actors playing the old roles. Because look at the leaders of this new era. On one side you have Monkey D. Luffy, a pirate whose dream is simple: to be the freest man in the world. And what power did he just awaken? The Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, the same legendary power tied to Joyboy. When Luffy awakened it, Zunesha, an ancient elephant that has been walking since the Void Century, said something incredible. Joyboy has returned, not metaphorically, not symbolically. Literally, Luffy represents the return of the warrior of liberation, but on the other side of the board sits the true ruler of the world, Imu, a shadowy figure sitting on the empty throne, the secret king of the world government. Imu represents the same ideology that defeated Joyboy 900 years ago: control, silence, erasing the truth, and suddenly the final conflict becomes clear: freedom versus oppression, Joyboy versus the rulers of the world. The same battle happening again. But the parallels don't stop there. Look at Luffy's allies. Joyboy's allies included the Kazuki clan of Wano, the Minks of Zoo, the Fishmen, and likely the Giants of Elbaf. Now look at Luffy. He liberated Wano. He's allied with the Minks. He promised to protect Fishman Island, and his next destination is Elbaf. Piece by piece, Luffy is rebuilding the exact same alliance Joyboy once led. And if that wasn't enough, the ancient weapons are returning too. Poseidon has been reborn as Princess Shirahoshi, Pluton rests beneath Wano, and Uranus may already be in the hands of the world government. The same weapons that sank the world once before are now back on the board. And if this theory is right, then the final saga isn't just about finding treasure. It's about finishing a war the world already lost once before. Once you realize this, Laugh Tale suddenly means something very different. The One Piece might not just be treasure. It might be the truth of the Void Century itself. The road poneglyphs make this idea even more interesting. There are 4 of them. Only when you gather all 4 can you locate Laugh Tale. But look at where they came from. Zoo, Wano, Fishman Island, territories tied directly to Joyboy's ancient allies, which means the path to the final island is literally built by the people who lost the ancient war. The journey to Laugh Tale isn't just a pirate adventure, it's a historical pilgrimage, and Gold D. Roger already completed that journey. When Roger discovered Laugh Tale, he laughed. Odin said they laughed at the story Joyboy left behind, but Roger also said something else. They were too early, because the key players weren't ready yet. Poseidon hadn't been born. The Nika fruit hadn't awakened. The world wasn't ready for the final war. Roger didn't finish the story. He started the Great Pirate Era so the right person could, and now that person has arrived. But the most disturbing possibility about the Void Century might be this. What if the world government didn't just erase history? What if they erased memory itself? Vegapunk experimented with memory technology on Egghead, so imagine if the Great Kingdom had perfected that technology long ago. What if the world government used some kind of ancient device, possibly powered by an ancient weapon, to wipe the memory of the Void Century from the entire world? Suddenly, everything makes sense. Why history is blank. Why the poneglyphs had to be indestructible. Why the government fears them so much. The poneglyphs aren't just historical records. They're a backup of the world's stolen memories. And that makes Nico Robin one of the most important characters in the entire story. She isn't just an archaeologist. She's the only person capable of restoring the truth of the world. Robin will uncover the past. Luffy will free the future. And together, they will bring the dawn of the world. The story of One Piece is a circle. We are standing exactly where the world stood 900 years ago, on the edge of the same war, the same dream, the same battle between freedom and control. But this time, Joyboy has returned. The world government erased history once before, but this time, the truth is coming back with a straw hat.